Hi, chào em.
Hi, how are you? How
I'm
are you
good.
doing today?
Yeah, I'm good. How are you today?
Yeah, like I'm really good as well.
Okay, that's fine. Now please tell me a little bit about yourself.
So my name is Juan, and like I used to live in the Netherlands for 1.5 years before I decided to train into the US to continue my study. And my major in the University of Amsterdam is economics and business economics. Um, so and yeah. And I also got IELTS 6.5 to study um besides, yeah, and that's all.
All right. So now please tell me why uh, you choose to study in the US.
So after more than 1 year study in the Netherlands, I found that the European education system is not suitable for me. I prefer something more practical. However, in the European education system, it focuses mainly on research and academic knowledge. So I don't have any like any opportunity to do the internship or make it more practical. So, and I found that the general education in the US can help me to study more about practical thinking, and so I can apply it to the real work in the future. Okay.
Okay, so now can you tell me a little bit about the school?
Um,
Yes.
so the, uni, uni, you mean the University of Utah?
Yes, yes, yes.
So the University of Utah is top 100 ranking in the world, and also about business major is in top 50 business among business schools in the US. Um, Therefore, I chose it first because of its ranking. Moreover, it's located in a Salt Lake City, which is which is the biggest city in Utah, and also it's in top 10 business states in the US. Um, so I tried to, and it had a really good networking with the leaderships in the business. Therefore, I chose, and I also got 1,500 scholarship for per year for this program.
Yeah, that's perfect. Congratulations with that. All right, so um, I know you get a scholarship, right? But of course, that scholarship is not enough for studying in the US. So, would you please tell me a little bit about your parents' business?
My parents' business is trading trading seafoods, specifically shrimp. Like their job is mainly about purchase from the farmers, and after that they transport and sell for the other companies in the other province. And so their income is approximately 300 million Vietnam dong per month. And I believe that they can cover during my 4 years studying in the US.
Okay, how much in dollars?
Mm, I think it's approximately 14,000 US dollar. Yeah.
No, it's wrong, I guess. Because you have 300, right?
Yeah.
Millions, 300 million
Mm,
per month. So it should not be 1400,
yeah.
14,000.
Yeah. 14,000.
Oh, yeah, approximately. Yeah, okay. I think that, yeah, that's good. So, they can support your study right during 4 years in the US. All right. So, do you plan to work if you study in the US?
No, of course, because I'm gonna going back to Vietnam to take over my family business because
No,
I
no, no.
realized that.
No, I'm saying about working during your study.
I mean part-time job.
Yeah, something like that.
Okay. So I'm not gonna take part in part-time job because I want to spend more time to study. However, in my university, they organize a lot of clubs where I can meet some people who have the same major with me, and so we can discuss and have a meetings and organize some business. Um, yes, and I think it's really necessary for me for my future job.
Yes, actually, in campus, they have different jobs for students. So you can enjoy those jobs. And of course, those jobs will help you to gain more experience in communication skills. Makes sense? So that will be very important for you in the future. Um, so, will you plan to go back to Vietnam after
Yes,
your study?
yes, of course, because my family have the business, and I want to go back to Vietnam to take over their business, my parents' business, and make it more and more developed. Um, like I mean, like because this seafood industry is now developing in my province, and so that's why I want to go back. And maybe I will consider about apply to the master program in the other countries too.
Okay, so why do you want to apply for master program in our country?
Because I want to have opportunity to live and study in as many countries as possible, to explore their culture and their life and something like that. So I think I'm gonna apply in other countries.
Do you have any relative in the US?
No, I don't have any relative in the US.
Mm-hmm. Okay, that's good. I think your answers are good, you know. So just be more confident, smile a little bit during the conversation. Yeah, don't be stressful too much. Just handle your conversation like user conversation. Okay, that is not about they ask you a question and then you answer. Sometimes maybe they would ask, yeah, do you have any question for me, or you might ask about the result right away. Okay, so you ask them, yeah, is everything okay? So do I get a visa? They will tell you right away. Yeah, so you don't have to wait. But overall, I think it's good. And prepare the number of prepare about the income. So tell them in US dollars, okay? Don't tell them in Vietnamese. So don't make them confused. And when you talk about scholarship, yeah, that's good. Actually, in order to get visa to US, scholarship is important because that helps you a lot. But when you talk about the scholarship, just 1,500, this is not too much. So you may start, when you may introduce about yourself for a little bit. For example, you choose this school, right? You choose this school because first, that school is very good. It's the top one, right? In the business program. Secondly, you got a scholarship. Okay, you got a scholarship from them. Given that the scholarship is of 1,500, okay, So people say 1,500, not 1,500. They say 1,500. Makes sense. So given that the scholarship is of 1,500, but um, but your family, your parents, they have enough money to support your study in the U.S. during 4 years. So you don't have to wait for them for them to ask your question, right? To ask you a question. So you just tell them right away, yes. Actually, I got that scholarship, right? That is very good. But first I like that school and because the program is very good. Secondly, scholarship and but my parents, they are they're supporting me and their income is good enough and you can tell them the number. So just let them know that yes, your parents, are good in this, and they can help you during 4 years in the U.S. because each year you would spend about maybe 45,000. Okay,
Yeah.
so yeah, just tell them the number, and people in the embassy they know that when they hear it. Yeah, that's enough. But the only thing I concern about is your first question. So tell me about yourself. In my opinion, it is not a good answer. Uh, okay, so you for that question you can you can tell yes. Actually, I'm a student, right? And you can tell them about the private school and and as you said, you mentioned in the second question, so you can tell them right away, right? And tell them yes, I study at that school, but I realized that that program is not good for me because I want another thing. For example, I want internship. I want um, to gain more experience, more practical experience. Makes sense. So that's why I decided to drop off that school and apply for business school at Utah University. We have to lead the conversation so that they will ask you questions you want, right? For example, you first they ask you about yourself. Yeah, you say, yeah, I'm a student, but I study in that, but I drop off that, and then I choose this, right? And then they might ask you the next question, why do you choose this? Makes sense? We have to lead the conversation, right? Why do you choose this? And then you say, yeah, you start talking about the university, about the program there, and about the scholarship. Makes sense? And then once you talk about scholarship, and you may mention about the income of your parents. So they you don't have to explain too much of what they are doing, but sometimes they are interested in that. Makes sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then you have to make sure that you mentioned at the beginning about practical experience. Um, that is very good point, and then you connect that answer with the one you said at the end of the conversation. So you say, yeah, I need practical experience. I need internship because I want to help my parents after graduation. So when you say that, they should understand. Yeah, you go back home, and you will not stay in the U.S. right after graduation. Make sense?
Yeah.
So give them some idea about it. So the
It's
whole
like
so the whole circle, right? So you change your major, you change your school, and then you choose school in the U.S. because the program is good, because they have internship, because you will have opportunity to do internship in big or good companies. So you get more experience, practical experience, and then you want to use those practical experience to help your parents in the future to develop
yeah.
family business. So I think that is good. So once you can draw that picture, so I think they should give you visa.
But like I wondered as if I get if I give them a really long answer, they will stop me.
Oh no, no,
Middle.
you know, as I mentioned, you don't have to give them long answer. Just give them, you know, for each question, right? Just say about 3 sentences. For example, tell me about yourself. Yes, yeah, you know, I'm. So tell your name, and then you know, last year I studied in there, and now I have applied for the program at that university, you know, and I got accepted, and I also got, you know, a scholarship. Yeah, just tell them scholarship, and then you know, given that the scholarship is not it's not that high, but you know, I'm very glad, and my parents, you know, can support me because they have good income. Uh, so you say just about that's enough, right? Less than 1 minute to answer on that question. Makes sense. So then,
Yes.
if they ask you about your income, about your parents' income, you can you tell them about that, right? If they ask you about university, why do you choose that university? You can say first that is very good program, you know, that is top 100 or whatever, right? And the location is good. You like that location, right? And you check on the internet. What do you like about that, right? Makes sense. So you just give them some examples, and that should be within 3-4 sentences. Should not be long. Okay. You know, let's just lead the conversation, and then let them ask questions, right? And one thing I want to mention, because some students, you know, when they talk to officers at the embassy, sometimes officers don't look at them, right? Don't look at students, and they are afraid of that. And say, what happened with this guy? Maybe my answer is not good, so they don't care about my answer. So you know, don't pay attention on that. Just do your job. Makes sense. If they ask you a question, just give an answer on that. And if you see that, they don't pay attention on your answer, just ask them. And sometimes when you finish your answer, just say, I finished my answer. Do you have anything else for me? Makes sense. So don't be afraid of that. Just be very natural. You know, be comfortable.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you have any questions for me?
I think I don't have any question because like you provide me enough information. So, yeah.
Okay, that's good. So good luck to you tomorrow, and keep in touch. If you get visa approved, just let me know.
Thank you
Okay.
very much.
So I will post this video on my YouTube channel, you know, so that people.
Like, can you post it after I get a visa or something?
Yes.
Like,
yes, that's for sure. Okay. All right.
Thank you.